Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a Japanese player here to get started, or to close out the week, rather.
To the sea. Delightful.
Take out Ike, but Midori here, I don't think Celica's going to be able to break this Midori, who has a hardy fighter, and then the support from what's her face? Vale? Fallen Vale? Basically set up to tank enemy threats, which is it's not a bad layout. It's a really decent layout. The problem is there are multiple like points of entry. I guess you could kill Medius, you could kill the toe. So there really are multiple points of entry from really low range. I just kind of set it up to get in there. But
Ready to help.
this opponent, yeah, there you go. Not good enough. Celica is so like, either she's killing or
By your side.
multiple point of entries. Opponent here is making the best with what they have, I guess, or they just don't have any ideas. Kind of like what I'm struggling with right now. I don't know what to do for anima season. Yeah, I really don't know what to do for anima season. I might just run like one of my old defenses, or just do a cav line or something. I don't really want to do a cav line. I might just run one of my old defenses for the fun of it, just to see what happens, and then take it from there. I feel like, well, as I've been saying, I need stronger nukes
Softly now.
to make things work. Maybe I go melee.
Maybe
Take a lucky grid pull.
If you say so.
I'll go melee,
We
Celica
mustn't get
range.
lost. Into the surf.
Has no ace skill. Maybe I
Ready.
can make that work.
We mustn't
Anyways,
get lost.
Taking my time here just to set this one
Ever
up.
onward.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky. I think that trap below Ike is real, so don't want to step on that. I'm probably going to break the bull tower to find a spot to initiate from,
Ready
and
to
then
help.
get going. It's going to take me a couple of turns. That aside, I'm looking forward to the Hall of Forms. I want to pick up a copy of, I want to get some good skills on
By your
Myson,
side. Ever
who is a
onward.
surprise addition in terms of just being a Hall of Forms unit, because he like recently came out. It's kind of weird that they haven't put Legendary Alm in Hall of Forms yet. I mean, it's kind of been a while. I mean, they've only recently started doing the legendaries for like the older units, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But Milla and Duma, I didn't understand the pairing of those two, because
If you say so.
Duma's kind of really sucky. So I'd have really appreciated it if
By
they
your
at least
side.
put Celica or Alm. I think Alm could probably have a decent
Right,
build
boss.
with the skills that are currently in the game, so I would have liked that better.
Softly now.
But it is what it is. I think I'm going to pick up Milla, because I don't see myself ever pulling for a copy of her, so I'm probably going to pick up Milla since I don't have her. And then Duma, I have no idea what to do with Duma, because his C skill is like his whole gimmick, and he's not the best saved unit, so yeah, I don't think I'll be picking up a copy of Duma. But Myson, I think I'll get. And then Est, I don't know, man. I'm not a big
Our
fan
next
of
goal?
Est. I prefer Pala. I prefer Pala. I'm waiting on, well, actually, she did already get a run, but I'm waiting on the right skills for her, so that I can start using her.
Into the surf.
She needs like attack, defense, excel. I'm just saying that because it's still probably going to be the next hype thing.
Shall we proceed?
And then she needs a B skill. I don't know what her B skill should be, but she
Good
needs
morning.
a B skill that helps her survive hits and gives her like maybe some true damage. She doesn't have any DR piercing, which, that's understandable. I can probably make that up with like no quarter or something. But she definitely needs a B skill that does a bit more for her. So that's probably what I'm going to be looking for if that banner gets rerun, the one that she was on. I don't remember who was in that batch, but I'm probably going to be picking up. Also, I don't really like the blue border, so maybe I skip it based off of that, but who knows. If the skills are good enough, then I'll probably go for it. And also I lose, but I have enough dragon flowers. I mean, what are they? Pineapples? No, they're not pineapples. The other tomatoes, whatever those fruits are that gives you IVs. Well, they're not called IVs. What are they called? Whatever. Flaws and assets. Yeah. Yeah. But that aside, Mycen is definitely my pickup gonna be my pickup because I want to have someone that can help me out with the Ike matchup. And it's kind of interesting in terms of him being a frontliner as well. He does have quite a bit of bulk, so I hope that I can transition that into him being usable in like SDS or something. Granted, I don't know how that would work because you have so many infantry, there's God Sword or God Lance units that kind of would be more favorable to use like those instead of Mycen. But I feel like Mycen might have a place in the meta if you build them right. Kind of like what Frid does, but not as good, I guess. But I'll see what type of build I get. I'm kind of just going to check it out and see what I can do with him. The B skill, the B slot is going to be the crucial turning point in terms of whether his build comes out good or not. I'm looking for maybe full guard or occultist assassin strike. One of those two things, and I'm not sure which one I prefer just yet, but those are going to be my two options. Veil is being kind of annoying here, decharging my specials. If not for that, I think we would have been able to kill Mamori, or at least get her a bit lower by now, but she's actually proven to be quite a decent far save here with the setup that they've created. Nurgle, not Nurgle, what's his face in the back there? Ashnard actually put in a ton of work here as well. With the drive supports. That's why you see her getting so many stats, but ultimately it's just not going to be enough. I've been wondering what to do with my Mamori as well. They really should give her a run in another run in Hollow. I think I picked up a copy from Hollow Forms, so you can get like some updated skills on her. Maybe she lost the poll, so they're not going to bring it back. But yeah, I'm really like wondering what to do with mine. She's benched, but she has like a decent enough stat spread to be workable as you can see here, as a far save if you support her right. So I don't know. But then also I just started to use Amelia, and my god, is she good. She really reminds me a lot of Winter Marth, except for the whole vantage stick. I would have liked it if she had some type of ultimately what I'm looking for is for them to bring back ranged far save armors, or to give ranged far save armors some tool to make them usable, because I really want to improve or start using my Takumi again.
By your side.
The what's the blue one called? What was that band? Valentine's Takumi, or even Winter Marth. For that, the problem is Marth really just started to fall off in terms of the speed creep, and a lot of people were starting to use sweep effects, so I just couldn't really fit them in. But I guess with Unity you could probably make it work, and also now that there's a no see disrupt skill, X skill, all you have to do is drop Fire Emblem and give him like Deadeye, and I think he works just as well.
This way.
Granted that you're still gonna have to put a ton of investment
If you
into
say
it.
so.
But yeah, those are like some of the things I've been thinking about, and I'm really just waiting for them to upgrade that far save skill, that save skill. I'm really just waiting for them to do that because it's gonna be so good. I don't know what they're gonna put into that save skill, that C slot, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be premium, and you're gonna want that on all of your far saves. So you're probably gonna like
help.
be looking at Myrrh and be like, maybe I should swap out this C skill that Myrrh has that blocks the warping anti-warp for whatever it is that they update save skills with. So still waiting on that. I was actually thinking that they might drop that on the CYL banner coming up, because the game is kind of it's looking like I feel like one of those units might be an armored unit. I don't know which one it will be, but I really do feel like it. There's just a feeling that I get. And also the game is lacking. I was like going through my barracks and I was like, we don't have a green mage duo. Well, I mean duo Leon, of course, but infantry is what I'm really trying to get at. Because I need someone to fill that specific role on my Catria Ball revamp that I'm trying to do. I can make the Catria Ball good if I just like put like super busted units on it, but the problem is with SDS you want to spread your units across so that you can get like more coverage, have a balance in terms of your team compositions, and that's really what I'm trying to do. I don't want to put everything on that one team. I'm looking for units to fill that slot. Sadly, the units that were there previously have completely fallen off in terms of being able to kill the things that they need to kill, so I have to replace them. And I think that's really why, or that's one of the reasons why the Catria Ball has been underperforming Catria side, who again does need some, as I mentioned in the other video, some support in terms of surviving hits. But we'll see what they release as like emblem rings or whatever it is that comes out later on down the line. I'm really looking forward to the CYL banner because I don't know what they're gonna do, but there needs to be some new skills to the game to make
Clearing a path.
there's certain aspects of the game that are, I feel like they're being left behind, and they are, I guess, slowly being improved, but I wish they would pick up the pace on flyers in particular. They need a little bit more. Melee flyers is in particular as well. They need a little bit more to catch up to even calves. I feel like melee cav, ranged calves have all
This is your end.
gotten to a point where they're just better. I feel like flyers are like
Softly
the
now. Give it your
melee
all.
flyers in particular, like some of the worst units in the game. 1, 2 movements, that's a problem. And 2, not enough skills, especially in the C slot, to really make them viable. But yeah, those are just some of my thoughts. I'm gonna wrap this up. Don't need the pots.
You're all
It's
right.
whatever. It's the last day of the week. I feel kind of bored with this week because I wasn't able to get anything done on defense that really would have been like super intriguing. And it's probably going to be the same for next week unless the banner that drops. I think we're getting, so it's like the 20th. We should get another banner soon, I guess. Let's see what comes out, and then maybe I'll feel excited. I don't know. GG's. Alright, let's just add the defense replays to this real quick. I think I got 9 in. Yeah, there's the last one 17 minutes ago. So, yeah, let's just throw it in here. As I said, not doing it for this week, and I don't think I'll do it for next week either because I don't have anything that I want to show off. There hasn't been a ton of range units released in the past couple of banners. I mean, we have Petra, we have Gullveig, and I think that's it. I'm not even going to bother counting Clan because, I mean, what even is that? But yeah, those are like the ones that were like premium. And Petra, I feel, needs maybe some support. I could probably give her Unity, but she would probably get too far ahead of the defense. You'd really want to run her on some type of brave hitting team, like so that she can quad. Quad with the desperation would be really strong for her. But the problem is, I don't see how it would work, because if I'm going to put Catria on a team these days, I'm really only running 2 nukes. So Petra plus one other nuke, and who would that other nuke be? They would have to be really, really good just to make up for the flaws that Petra has, or the bad matchups that Petra has in terms of killing things. She really fails at killing this latest save that I was mentioning earlier, Amelia. She's terrible at taking out Amelia. And that would mean I'd have to bring either Nurgle or Micaiah for that. And I don't like the idea of pairing Petra and Nurgle together. That doesn't sound like a good pairing. Because I also would still need someone for Kanto control. So yeah, it just doesn't sound like a great idea overall. Maybe if they... It kind of sucks that infantry units are the only ones that have Kanto control. If they were to like put that on flyers, like let's say Melee's flyers specifically, kind of be cooking, because then I could like repurpose Katria and make her a little bit more useful as a support unit. If she could run Kanto control, that would be a huge boon. I don't think that it would be pointless on Cavs, since Cavs have 3 movements. It kind of be counterintuitive, but melee flyers running Kanto control as some type of seal or C slot passive actually kind of makes some amount of sense, if you ask me. I don't know if they're going to do that though. I mean, who knows what IS is even thinking these days. But yeah, these are just some of the early replays here. You're going to see Ygritte doing just a ton of damage in the majority of these, because most people, I guess, don't like Gato or don't have Gato. So that ended up being a majority of what the replays were. And here is Nurgle obliterating Amelia, although I don't think that's going to be the case when she's bonus. That was a little bit too close for comfort. If they had a couple more mythics and properly supported her, I think we might not have gotten through there, especially if she had the Ike Ring. Did she have the Ike Ring? I don't remember if she did or not, but I don't think we would have gotten that kill. Celica here is there because that spot is really flexible. It really doesn't need Medius or any mythic that's currently on Dark defense, to be more specific. There isn't a good Dark mythic for me to put there. Medius is bulky, but I don't need that. Not provides the Pathfinder, but I also don't need that either. So so that's why Celica is here. With this build, she is actually able to kill Emblem Ikes. Granted, there does need to be a bit of a setup. It's not like a straightforward win. It was really disappointing though. I brought that build into Summoner Duels and she really underperformed. Granted, the bonus doubler, the close bonus doubler, really made or braked her in terms of getting out damage. And yeah, if the catcher ball just wasn't giving her any stats, so it didn't even really work in my favor. So I don't know, man. But yeah, I have that Celica. I'm kind of contemplating if I should give her Occultist Strike instead, just to see if it does more damage. I don't know. We'll see. This is the Ike matchup that I've been mentioning, 57, and I just could not get the kill on that Ike, which is really unfortunate, primarily because of the Stone Terrain and Veil there providing support. Any other Veil, any other version of Veil, Fallen Veil here would have died because Nurgle would have just hit that hard, but plus 10, Lagoose Friend 4, she was just barely able to survive here. And that's the power emerges there for you. Nurgle taking 0 damage somehow from that retaliation there. I really thought he was going to die, but this here, yep, failing to kill this Ike here. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I've been contemplating giving Ygritte Deadeye instead. Just for the hell of it, just to hear the voice lines. But she just runs so well with the AoE. She is able to kill Ike with Deadeye. It's just that, man, the AoE is just like a billion more damage. So it doesn't make any sense to swap it out. That aside, we should be getting a mythic banner, if I'm not mistaken. I think that one should be the next one. Just looking at the time of month that it is, I don't think there's enough time for us to get another special heroes banner or a new heroes banner, so it should be mythic or legendary. I'm thinking this one should be mythic. Not sure who we're gonna get on that banner though from the story, because no one's dead. Typically someone would have died, and that's how they would have, you know, ended up on the banner. But no one's died so far really in the story, so hard for me to tell who we're gonna get. I was looking at like the possible options from this story, and none of them really excite me. The story has been, aside from like the ones that we got like at the beginning, Neithauger and I can't say the flying bird lady's name. Yeah, aside from those two, the rest of them haven't really been that interesting in terms of like, well, I guess we haven't really seen their kits yet, so we don't know what they will do, but they haven't really been that interesting in terms of like making me want to look forward to a banner for them to be released on it. It's not giving me excitement, you know? This book overall has been a little bit on the boring side of things. I don't know, things have happened, but also at the same time, nothing has happened. No one's dead again, no one died. There hasn't been anything as interesting as I really liked. I don't remember what book it is, but whatever book it was that Veronica's story was in, that was really, really interesting. And I also liked Gullveig's story as well. So even though they did a horrible job of going back and forth through time, that was poorly executed. But overall, I felt like it was an okay story. But this one has been really, really mid. I think the most interesting part of the story was at the beginning when we got Ratatoskr as the only unit on the map, and she was like impossible to kill because she was just so strong. That was the only, I feel like so far that's been the only interesting story part for this book. I guess the character designs for this story have been really good. I think they've been really some of the more well thought out character designs for this book, and it looks like the story is beginning to take shape from the last interactions that we got. It looks like it's beginning to take shape, but it's been a while now, and I feel like it's getting to a point where we're kind of, everyone's just kind of like done with the story, and we just want it to be done. Even I keep going back to the Veronica story. Midway through, it was still like really good. Like Bruno was dying, Veronica was evil. There, so much happened, you know. But this one, no one's dead. Veronica's ascending the throne. Henriette's poisoned, but I guess it looks like they're gonna fix that somehow. Muscle Dude looks like he's gonna join our side, but I'm not like the most enthusiastic about that. They didn't do a good job of making his switch of allegiance more impactful or feel impactful. So we're just waiting on the Asker trio to fight the dad, and then I think that should be the end of the book from there. I don't unless they want to throw like a huge plot twist in and kill off Ratatoskr or something. I don't know, but so far it's been particularly boring. Yeah, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts for what's going on there. As you can see here, Edelgard's strategy, no way that they can warp in if they don't do it on turn 1, and that's what ended up happening here. Myr kind of blocked them from moving in. I was thinking about Myr on the catcher ball as well. Myr is really, really good, but there's like 3 far saves, and I didn't realize that we were getting starved so much for armored units. But Amelia really she just stands out that much because we haven't gotten one in such a long time. And I think that's not a bad decision in terms of unit releases, because Amelia came out like right after Celica came out, and she pretty much shuts Celica down, because Celica doesn't need the speed check to double, and she doesn't do enough damage on the first hit to even scratch Amelia. So that was definitely planned in terms of a release strategy, to have a unit that pretty much countered Emblem Celica right after her banner came out. So IS again doing genius things there in terms of unit designs and weapon choices and stuff like that. And I feel like Amelia just automatically has shot up in terms of being a save unit in the game. I still think she probably is going to be better off as a near save, because her weapon condition is sometimes it can easily be removed. If there are conditions to her getting her distant counter, it can easily be removed. And you just need a low key to kind of eliminate her being able to meet the weapon condition. It's not the weapon condition, the special A skill condition. So yeah, there's that. And that aside, I've been contemplating dropping Merge just because of the fact that Amelia is fast, which means that she can quad if you pair her with Katria. And having her as a frontline unit, you definitely want someone that can hit multiple times. And it isn't held back by Canny or that B skill that prevents the units from doubling, your save units from doubling. So I really like the fact that she's a speedy far save. I don't know how long she'll be able to maintain, but then again, speed creep hasn't been going like too crazy. Also, this clear that you're going to be seeing here is a fantastic clear. They did a really good job of playing the map here. Very smart use of young Emran, and just being able to warp in. They wouldn't have been able to do this on turn 2, of course, but again, very good clear here. Even though the margins of victory, as you can see there, were just 2 points, and that's really because I was running Hardy Bearing instead of an HP seal or an attack seal, which would have helped us to kill Summer Gullveig there. But bonus season is going to be over for Summer Gullveig, so we don't have to worry about her getting that kill anymore. She should miss that kill from here on out, but yeah, really good clear here. Taking out the dual units so that they can activate the dual skills and cancel around and just do everything that they need to do. Good clear. But yeah, I'm probably going to be switching to Amelia for the next SDS run. Maybe if I can fit Mur in there somewhere, I'll probably do it, but Amelia is really where it's at right now, which is kind of crazy because I'm giving up the warp bubble protection for, I don't know if that's a good trade-off, giving up warp bubble for Amelia. I don't know, we'll have to see how it works out, but I'm liking it so far in terms of just playing with it in SDS regular. It's been really fun playing with Amelia. She's so good on Merge. She's been like really strong, but then again, we are waiting, or I am waiting for some some range unit to come out that can really just shake up the game. I feel like we're really close to getting I feel like a red range nuke is kind of what we're lacking. But yeah, that's it. GG's. See you in Astra Anima.